From Terre, Haute North High School, Jan Bozier and Rick Vanderweilen. And Rick, what a game we've got tonight. The Millers and the Patriots, and these Millers look very promising.
They do, Jan. This is a top 10 team in Indiana this year. Of course, last year in the 1983 sectional, we got beat by Carmel. After winning 2 years in a row, we had to relinquish the crown. But I've got a feeling that this year with this team, we've got a chance to reclaim it.
Well, a lot of expectations. We start off with Scott Hafner preseason. He is on everybody's magazine, and he's already signed to the University of
Illinois.
There you go.
Right, and he is an all-state, preseason all-state selection here in Indiana. But let's not forget about Rob Cutter coming off that football season. What a great football season he had, Jan.
He can throw it. He's just an athlete. You're going to come in, will he have his basketball legs? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, he'll be a coach on the floor.
Well, he will be, Jan. And not only that, he's going to be playing for the University of Butler. Downtown Indianapolis as quarterback, passed over 1,400 yards behind Coach Helmick this year.
Folks, we've got it all for you tonight. Stay tuned. It's Noblesville Millers and the Terre Haute North Patriots. From Terre Haute North High School, Jan Bozier and Rick Vanderweilen. We're ready to tip it off. Hafner tips it and finally gets to Fleming. Rick, Coach Nicholson has some high expectations after coming into this game 1-0.
Well, high expectations. A big victory over Zionsville earlier this year, and 30 points for Scott Hafner.
Well, there's Fleming, and out of bounds. Let's see who they give it to. It'll be the Patriots' ball out of bounds.
Well, I think Coach Nicholson has high expectations. 18-2 last year, and a tough loss in the sectional, and he's got most of that team back.
Well, we'll see what the Patriots do. First jump shot's nice from about 15. Great crowd here tonight, Rick.
About 200 of our fans followed us over on the interstate, Jan, and I see Don Jellison in the crowd for the Ledger tonight.
Miller's looking at somewhat of a zone here, and they're going to have to really respect a couple key Millers here. You see a good look at Rob Cutter. Finally gets it inside. Shot up by Paget. No good. Tip. And a foul's going to be called.
Well, it was a strong move by Paget, taking the ball to the basket against the much taller 6'5" Hopper, a senior, and the sophomore, Jewell, at 6'7", the lefty.
It's going to be a great test for the Millers coming in after a big win. This will be the first game for the Patriots. Second free throw up. It's no good. Fought for who's got it. They're going to get to the Millers.
No, I think they're keeping it here, John. I think it's deflected by us.
Yep, Miller's got the ball. Fleming looks inside. Jump shot's almost an air ball, but a foul's going to be called. Millers have the ball. And there's Hafner from outside. No good. Rebound Patriots.
We're going to need a big game from Hafner in order to be competitive with this team.
Shot on the way, no good. Hafner's got it. He pulls the rebound. Nicholson, for the most part, likes his teams to set up this half-court offense.
Well, the Millers are still trying to figure out this zone against a much taller team, and there's a case of it with a block by Jewell.
Well, the Millers won't see this type of size most of the season. There's another big deflection, fought for by Paget, and here come the Patriots.
Jewell's a heck of a ball player there, Jan. Kid could be Mr. Basketball someday.
There's a good look at Jewell, almost stolen away. Now a whistle. Let's see what they got. Then they give the Millers the ball, and here comes Scotty Fleming to bring it down. There's Rob Cutter.
Cutter just came off a great football season, Jan. He passed for over 1,400 yards.
There's a shot by Cutter, and you can tell he's still got a little bit of the football left in him there,
Rick.
Rick.
He kind of was going deep on that.
Here's a shot up by Patriots. Goes in, count it. They'll go up the line for one. Shot up is strong, no good. Rebound comes down to Paget. Millers have it.
That was Mel Irwin, number 32, 6'3" senior for the Patriots, and he's athletic.
Scotty Hafner, one of the all-time, now going into his senior year, leading scorers for the Millers. A lot of interest in this young man. We go to University of
Yeah, look at them
Illinois.
trap on the defense there. They're trapping us, Jan.
Shot on the way, short, rebound, put up, and that's Rob Cutter.
Boy, strong move. We're going to need Cutter to control the boards. We need the rebounding against the much bigger Patriots.
Cutter has always did a good job in his career of just being around the ball. Here come the Patriots outside. Boy, there's an off-balance shot, fadeaway jumper, and that's Irwin.
He's tough. Great shot.
Well, that's a fall-away jumper. Outstanding. Hafner will set it up outside. Now gets it over to Hoffman. Miller's really working the ball. Here comes about an 18-footer. Call that, and it's good.
Scott Hafner, and we needed that, Jan. Momentum was swinging away from us, but now we're only down 2.
6-4. Patriots up by just 2 here. On the road. Shot up, no good by Hopper, and the rebound comes down to the Millers.
He probably should not have taken that shot. Probably should have found a better set shot.
Scott Hafner again, somewhat of a homecoming for him, Rick. You knew he was born in Terre Haute.
Born here in Terre Haute and ended up in Noblesville.
Cross, it comes, it is deflected as Rob Cutter, and they're going to get a foul called, and Cutter will shoot some free throws here.
Well, that's Jewell, and that's his second, and that might be an advantage for us later in the game if we can get their big guys in foul trouble.
Cutter misses the first, will try for the second, and he got it. So that makes it 6-5. The Patriots go up here in the first period over the Noblesville Millers. Here's a fadeaway jumper. Not a lot of passing, Rick. They're looking for the open shot, and they gun it when they can.
And it's to our advantage, Jan, because Irwin came down and didn't look anywhere but at the basket.
Scotty Fleming stops, looks, gets it over in the corner, and stolen away. Here come the Patriots. They got some numbers. Layup is good. And that'll extend that Patriot lead, Rick, to 8-5.
Well, nothing to worry about just yet, Jan. I know that this zone defense is probably a little bit of a hassle, but I'm sure Coach Nicholson will figure it out here shortly.
Boy, the Millers really pass across scores. Here comes a shot off balance by Hafner, no good, and the rebound comes to Jewell.
You know, Scotty's missed 3 already early, Jan, and we're going to need him to warm up a little.
Well, only the second ball game of the year. This is a very good Patriot ball club. Jewell looks across. There's an air ball fought for. Finally fought for. Padgett comes down with it.
Well, we may have deflected that shot. Jewell, I couldn't see which Miller it was, but I think somebody got a hand on it.
Cutter deep in the corner, back to Hoffman. Now inside pass, stripped away almost, but Millers get it right back.
Boy, a lot of trapping defense there, Jan. Every time we get the ball, 2 Patriots are collapsing on us.
Boy, the Millers are really trying to get that thing inside the paint. Here's a shot on the way, good again, and there's Hopper.
Yeah. You know, we knew coming into this game that he was a dead-eye from the outside.
10-5 now. The Patriots have doubled the score. Hafner looks over in the corner of Hoffman. Cutter. Noblesville really spreading the floor, now working around. Almost throw it away. In fact, they do. That's a turnover, Millers.
Yeah. Not playing well. You can see the early season jitters the week before Thanksgiving, Jan. And a lot of these kids coming off fall sports haven't quite got their basketball feet under them yet.
There's a Patriot turnover. Now the Millers will try to cut into this 10-5 lead by the Patriots. Boy, Patriots really just sagging and trapping.
Airs into the game for the Millers.
There's a shot on the way, no good by Hafner again. And boy, Hafner right now is struggling from outside, Rick.
Right, and we've got to have this hot shooting touch. There he is again.
He got his legs that time. Count that, baby.
That's what we need right there.
10-7 now as Hafner finds some range. Here come the Patriots. There's a shot by Hopper, no good. Rebound fought for. Cutter tried to get it. Who's ball? Miller's got it.
Boy, doesn't Hopper look like Bird that just graduated from Indiana State? I mean, he looks like him. He wears his hair like him and everything.
There's finds Cutter. Oh, nice pass, just like in football. Layup, good.
Great look.
10-9 on a great look by Cutter. Cutter just has that coaching instinct about him.
You know he does. He's a floor general.
Here's a reverse layup, and that's
Speaking of Cutter, he blocked it.
Cutter really playing hard now, and Miller's got the ball. Hafner will set it up, 10-9. Patriots content to stay in that zone. Here's Fleming. Fleming dribbles around the other side. Nice pass inside. Cutter, turn, shoot, got it again!
Boom. Rob Cutter stepping up big.
Oh my goodness. Forget about football now. The basketball legs are with him.
Oh yeah.
Here come the Patriots trailing for the first time. Shot up, no. Rebound fought for, and Hafner's got it.
Boy, the Patriots aren't setting up any offense, Jan. First guy to touch the ball in the forecourt, he's shooting the thing.
Coach Dave Nicholson's pulling the offense out a little bit. Now with the Millers a lead, they'll be a little more patient.
Yeah, clock running down here. Coach Nicholson signaling, let's go for one.
Padgett way outside. Now it's the corner. Now here's Hafner with the ball.
They'll probably put it up with about 5 seconds just in case trying to get a rebound if they had to, but they don't need one with Hafner.
How about Hafner with a follow-away jumper?
Wow.
13-10. And there's a shot. That's it for the first period. We're back after this. Second period of play, Noblesville with a 3-point lead, Rick. They really fought back to get this lead.
They did, and they need, oh my goodness, Jewel wide open, Jim.
He is a good 6'7" sophomore. He is solid. 13-12 now, the Millers with just a 1-point lead. And here's Larry Simmons for the first time. Good soccer player for the Millers. There's Silk, Mr. Ayers.
Yeah, it goes by Silk, and we need a big game out of him to be competitive.
Well, Hafner should have went up, but he dished it off. Cutter goes right back up. Foul, no call though, and the Patriots bring it.
A little home cooking here in Terre Haute.
Well, imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh, and that shot was blocked by Hafner. Said,
yeah,
enough of that stuff.
Yeah, that guy didn't expect Hafner to get up that high.
Irwin really frustrated now as Hafner got in his face. Here's Ayers. Hafner back from 19. That's short. Rebound fought for, and a foul's going to be called, and I think they got Simmons.
They did.
Still 13-12. Here come the Patriots.
Oh, it looks like Larry got picked up a second that quick.
Well, the officials are starting to really tighten this thing up a little bit. There's pressure inside. There's Jules. Turns, looks, 14-footer. No. Tip, rebound, fought for. Finally tipped in by the Patriots.
Yep. We've got to do a better job bodying the big guys.
Well, Coach Nicholson cannot be happy about the block out that time.
Well, Coach Euler, Tony Euler over on the bench, shouting some encouragement.
Ayers now with the ball. Simmons. Boy, and Simmons almost gets a strip. He turns around, looks. Oh, no look. Hafner pass to Cutter, and he can't put it in. And the rebound comes down to Hopper. Fadeaway jumper. Well, you got to like this offense. You touch the ball, you shoot it.
That's right, and Rob Cutter's been doing a great job on the boards. Larry Simmons in a little jitter. I mean, big opportunity for the sophomore.
Well, Larry's one thing, and it's quick. And there's a traveling call against the Millers.
I think he did, Jan. I was kind of watching it. Man, I thought he traveled too, and
like
we don't get it on the road.
Shot on the way for the Patriots, no good. Rebound fought for Jewell, and a foul's going to be called. I think they got Jewell over the back.
And that's his third foul for the big boy.
Here's Simmons, dribble in the left hand, looks over the corner. There's Hafner, goes close court to Ayers. Ayers stop. There's a pretty shot. Lots of contact. The Cutter once again puts it in.
You know what Ayers did there, Jan? He drew 3 defenders, and so Cutter was wide open on the putback.
Ayers really making great penetration. 15-14 still very close. There's a nice pass inside to Hopper. Shot up and good.
Well, he's automatic. If you leave him that wide open, he's going to hit every one.
He's 6'5", got a great lead. Do you see how high he gets off that jump shot?
Yeah.
Here's Simmons now. He'll stop, pick up his dribble, gets it over to Hafner. Hafner inside to Ayers. Ayers 14-footer, no good. Cutter tips it, but here come the Patriots. You know, Rick, I think we're going to look back at this first half and see a lot of possibilities that just did not fall.
A lot of turnovers, and that's indicative of this early season game. Of course, this is Terre Haute North's first game of the season.
Here comes Ayers, shot up and good. Boy, Ayers really coming off the bench and contributing.
Well, you can see why he's got the nickname Silk with a move like that.
17-16, Miller still up by 1. There's a baseline shot by Jewell, no good rebound. Look at the sky! Oh my goodness, what
again, Jan, you know, if Cutter doesn't get the rebound, very few people are bodying underneath there.
Well, Cutter's got a huge responsibility.
Miller's need help. He's going to need help.
Yeah, no question about it. The Patriots are an incredibly big team. There's a pass inside to Cutter. Nice look!
Oh yeah, Cutter going back door, and it's hard to go back door on a zone defense like that.
Boy, Cutter really starting to mount some major points here in the first half. Robin Davis ready to come into the Miller lineup. Of course, Robin also coming off that football season. There's a tough pass out of bounds, and it should be Miller ball.
You know, I think I'm disappointed if I were a Patriot fan, Jan. They're not running any offense, simply just one pass, quick shot.
In the corner comes Cutter to Simmons. Here's Simmons coming off the bench. Cutter looks baseline 14-footer. Boy, Cutter is taking over.
Yep, Rob Cutter has really stepped it up here in the first half.
I'm amazed, because you know how long it takes for football players typically to get into basketball shape. He really is starting to look comfortable.
Well, let's not forget that basketball runs in his blood, Jan.
Here's a call out of bounds. It'll be Miller ball. Simmons will bring it up, 21-18. There's Ayers over in the corner. Ball fake by Cutter.
Saw Robin Davis check in there at that dead ball. Playing center now.
Well, that's a tough shot by Hafner, and it's blocked out of bounds. Oh, no look pass by Hafner. Inside it comes. That was into Robin Davis, and it was finally deflected out of bounds. This will go back to Patriot ball. Coach Nicholson cannot be happy with that possession.
No, but I'll tell you what, isn't Hafner a great passer? Boy, he can get that ball, and here it comes right now.
Shot up by Hopper.
We're going to have to shut him down, Jan. He's playing too well too early.
Well, the thing about Hafner, he's talking about his passing ability. The thing you better be ready for is the ball.
I know. Or you're going to be embarrassed when it hits you upside the head.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a shot up. Davis goes up high for the rebound. Fought for. What do we got? Jump ball.
Looks like Ayers is getting there, and we're going to out-jump him.
Hafner comes down with Ayers. Simmons really working that left side. Now here's Hafner baseline, little 14-footer. That's way short. Tip in by Ayers. No good. Tip in. No good again. And it's up and a foul.
Well, he got strong. He went in and ripped it down, and Tony's got a one-on-one, hits the first one, Jan.
There's a very smooth type player. Good leaping ability. First free throw goes in. Second one, good again.
Well, we're making a game out of it, leading 3, and you know, Jan, it's early, but we could be a lot further ahead if a few breaks went our way.
No question about it. Here's another shot up. No good, but a whistle's blown. Foul called. And that's against the Patriots. Hafner will shoot some free throws. First one's good. You don't want to put him there.
No, we're in the bonus after the 15 foul, Jan. We go into the bonus.
24-20. Millers. Huge expectations for this year. Hafner, free throw good again. 25-20. Millers with their biggest lead, Rick.
You know, Jan, they're talking about bringing the three-point play, the three-point shot to high school ball. Could you imagine if it was here, what Hafner would be doing?
Shooting threes?
Oh, yeah. They're talking about it. I think we're going to see it before the decade.
Well, I'm all for it, Rick. I am.
Well, it neutralizes the big guy a little bit.
Here comes the steal. And a slam-a-jamma, baby.
And a foul.
Woo!
Wow, Irwin, what an athlete. Probably should have let him go on that, Jan.
Yeah, that was going to happen regardless if he put the hand up there or not.
Good thing he didn't hang on the rim. They would have disallowed it and probably teched him.
And there's Cutter with the rebound.
That's got to be Cutter's 4th or 5th defensive rebound.
Cutter has really been impressive here with so much emphasis on Hafner. Shot in the corner, no good. Rebound fought for. Ayers goes up, tipped. And finally, it's going to go out of bounds. It should be, well, they say jump ball, Rick.
Yep, you know, we're showing Hafner only 2 for 7 here in the first half.
There's Hafner outside. Back into the Miller lineup with Scotty Fleming.
Look at the trap, Jan. Every time we get the ball, watch that zone collapse around. They'll step up and they'll try to trap it.
Here's a dipsy-do shot. Almost goes in.
He was hanging in the air what seemed like forever.
Of course, Scotty Fleming, longtime son of his father, who coached at the junior high for many, many years. So certainly basketball in that family.
Tony Ayers 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Now 4 for 4.
He's got a nice arch on his free throw.
Yeah, looks good. Excellent release. Gets his legs into it.
27-24 now for the Millers here in this second period of play. There's a good look at Hopper. He kicks it inside. That's too easy, Rick.
Yep. He was breaking through, and we failed to pick him up.
Irwin with the layup. 27-26. Boy, they get it inside. We're hurting a little bit.
Yep.
Because they are certainly superior in size. There's Ayers. He's way outside now. Over to Cutter on the right side. Cutter to Paget. Noblesville big men way outside.
Kind of holding the ball, trying to bring him out of the zone. I don't know if Coach Nicholson's going to call for one shot or not, but doesn't seem like we're in a hurry with a 1-point lead.
Well, I think if you're on the road here, Rick, and you got this 1-point lead, you're pretty satisfied. Certainly no hurry here. Goes inside. You see Noblesville sticks Hafner right to the free throw line, uses him as an escape key. Here comes Hafner, stops, looks, and no look pass. There it goes again. And got it. That's pretty.
Unbelievable
That's
pass.
pretty.
All made possible by Hafner, who dribbled around the defender and in a split second passed it over to Tony Ayers. And what an athletic move by Ayers going to the basket.
Well, we talked about the hands. Your hands better be ready because Hafner only seen him out of the corner of his eye.
Yeah, boy, hadn't Tony Ayers done a good job coming in here in the second quarter.
Well, look, and there's the first free throw that he's missed. He's shot him very well. And there's a rebound by Noblesville. Once again, how many blocks, Rick, for the Patriots?
Well, it's tough, Jan. They're a lot taller than we are, and we're having a hard time getting it up.
And there's lots of contact.
With 2 seconds to go, we're going to shoot.
Oh, boy, free throws have not been kind as Padgett cannot put them in. The first one.
Kind of a bad move by Terre Haute North, fouling us with just 2 seconds left on the clock. I'm sure their coach is beside himself.
29-26 at the line for Noblesville senior Todd Padgett. See if he can get this one in, and he does. That's huge, 30-26. Patriots will try to get a Hail Mary here. There it is. And we're out of here. We'll be back for the second half, but first this time out. Well, Rick, we're in the third period of play. The Millers just up by 2 here, 32-30.
Close game, Jan. Looks like, see if we can figure out our lineup. 52, we've got Padgett in there. Scott Hafner, of course. Fleming's in the game. Ayers and probably Cutter. And in fact, it was as Cutter tries to lay it in.
Well, Cutter's been very impressive.
Strong kid. He's got that football-type mentality when he goes to the basket, Jan.
And their free throw is good.
Looks like Rob Cutter needs a haircut there.
Well, he certainly has let it grow out a little bit.
Yeah.
You can do that now. You don't have to wear a helmet. There, the second one is no good. Rebound fought for. Here come the Patriots. Boy, this thing has been just, as we say, nip and tucked.
Right, and there's nothing we can do about that, Jan. You know, the big kid, the sophomore, Jewel, is so lanky, we don't have any defense when they can lob it in there like that.
And here's a steal. Here come the Patriots. Look out! Slamma jamma! That's 2 of them.
At least this time we let him go.
Yeah, last time you don't foul when that power slam's coming.
No.
34-33. Patriots back up by 1.
There in the corner of your picture, you can see Jim Sparks and Marty Schmidt on the bench, along with Coach Dave Nicholson and freshman coach Tony Euler.
Yeah, that's quite the crew over there. Here's Fleming, Hafner, and Hafner, quite honestly, has struggled. But here's Cutter again. Right now, he's the player of the game in my book.
Strong move, but hey, you know what? They called it jump ball, Jan.
And here's that crazy jump ball.
Yeah.
Rick, what in the world can we do to speed these games up?
The jump ball's kind of outlived its usefulness. I'd like to see a possession arrow or something,
Well,
maybe
there's
an
an ideal.
alternating ball.
I suppose that has some promise.
Of course, Jewel could have picked up his 4th there. He
Yeah,
got lucky.
very well could. I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. You know, you take the advantage away from the leaper if you go away from it. Probably never happened. Shot up by Patriots, and there's a big rebound. You know, I'll tell you, Jewel uses both hands. Have you noticed he can really shoot the hook either hand?
Yeah, he does. He goes up strong, and he plays tall, Jan, meaning that, you know, he may only be 6'7", but he plays like he's 6'9". The kid has got a lot of potential. He's going to play at the next level.
There's a little two-man game, short, and finally Noblesville comes down with it, and there's Cutter again.
Wow.
No, excuse me, I think that might have been Padgett.
No, it was Cutter.
It was Cutter?
Yep,
Yeah.
Cutter pulled her down.
Well, we're sitting at the far end, so somewhat hard to see at that end.
Yeah, they gave us a seat here in the corner of the gym.
Nice crowd here.
I'll bet you 200 Noblesville fans followed us over, Jan.
No, at least there's Hafner inside. Ayers, nice ball fake and a foul.
Great move by Silk on the baseline.
Here's Ayers again, and boy, after hitting 3 straight, he's really struggled now.
Well, Jan, actually, I hit him for 4 in a row, and then he went 0 for missed his last one, 4 for 5 in that first half.
Well, this is what Hafner does so well. If he's not hitting Rick, he sees the open man.
Exactly.
And there's a free throw good. We got a tie ball game. And there's an off-balance shot by Hopper.
But I thought he may have traveled when he caught the ball, but he got away with it.
36-34 Hopper, he just wants the ball. Good care. much about anything. He'll put it up from anywhere. Here's Hafner again. Boy, Hafner, every time he gets the ball, Rick, they're just all around
Well,
him.
that's by design, Jan. They're going to trap him. They're going to put 2 people on him every time he sees it.
Over in the corner goes Cutter, who has been Mr. Steady for the Millers. Here's Cutter, baseline stops, looks, back outside. Shot on the way, won't get the road, tipped up by Hafner. No, tipped again, and a foul. Boy, Hafner hitting the boards.
Wow, he is a tough rebounder.
Hafner from 18, and he drills, and there's 2.
There you go. We just got to hope he heats it up a little bit.
He has that capability. I can remember last year where he just went on runs of 8 and 10 in a row. Boy, here's Patriots right back at the other end.
That's Irwin, and is he smooth, Jan? That kid is smooth.
That's too easy, too. That's about a 5-footer.
Got to put a little defense on him.
Well, Miller's still looking at trailing by 2. Here's Hafner, left side, hands all over him. He looks, gets it up there.
Athletic move, but he probably should have gone to the glass.
Jewell with the big rebound. Now here's Hopper bringing it down. This may be one of the better front courts all around here at Terre Haute.
Well, it's going to be a challenge to see if we can get through this game, Jan, with the expectations. And there's Hopper again.
You know, he almost falls away with that jump shot.
He does. And that makes him all the taller.
40-36, Terre Haute North up by 4 here.
You know, I'm impressed with Scott Fleming, that's Larry Simmons in there. As Hafner gets fouled. You know, Simmons playing well, but Tony Euler before the game mentioned what a great job he did on the freshman team, and he's got all the potential in the world. He could play at the next level, but we get him for the next 3 years.
Well, Tony would certainly know. He's seen a lot of people come through now up at the high school level. 40-38. You ever talk to Tony Euler?
I see him once in a while.
He is a talker, man. He ought to come over here and broadcast someday.
Great young man. Great young man.
Really is. Here's a shot down the other end. Count it!
And you know what, Jan? That was away from the ball. Let's see if they call the basket good or whether they're going to call it off. And they call it off.
Wow, here's another right-handed shot. Won't fall, tipped, and here comes the Patriots. There's a fall-away jumper. Boy, the Millers finally pull it down.
2:45 to go here in the third quarter.
There's a good ball fake. Another ball fake. Boy, no good. Boy, Miller's got a great look at it.
That was Hoffman with all those ball fakes.
Here's Hopper. Boy, how do you do that?
How do you stop that?
I don't know. That's a
we're lucky to only be down 4. The kid's absolutely playing mid-season form here in their first game.
Well, on Coach Nicholson, I know he's not happy with that defense.
Coach Nicholson sporting that Afro-style haircut that he's famous for.
There's a shot up, no good, and that's Hoffman.
And you know Hoffman, only 6 foot tall, took it in there against a 6'5" and a 6'7" kid to draw that foul.
You know, I know a lot of the fans have always asked, what are all those towels that Coach Nicholson has? And those all represent something, mainly defenses. I'd like to see a little green towel here, 1-3-1, but we may not see that. Boy, nice hustle by Simmons. Oh, and he throws it away.
That was deflected. We're okay. That's not over and back.
42-38. Terre Haute still up by 4. Clock running. Good ball reversal, and now inside to Paget. Here's shot up. No good. Rebound fought for. Cutter. Who's got it? I think they give it back to Noblesville, yes.
Terre Haute has not deviated from that trapping zone defense. They've played that all game so far.
There's Hoffman back outside to Simmons. No look pass over to Cutter. Cutter, 18-footer. No good rebound. He got a good look at it. But Hopper with a big rebound. Full court. Look out. What do we got? Offensive! Nice position, Rick.
Defense. And you know who was that? That was Rob Cutter who got back. And a technical foul has been called on the Terre Haute North bench.
Well, that's just like giving points to the opponent.
I thought it was a good call, Jan. I didn't think they had a lot to complain about.
No, I don't. If you're going to get a technical, I'm not sure that's the one you want. 42-40 after Scott Hafner 2 free throws. You see a good look at the coaching staff. That Marty Schmidt, he's quite the golfer. Here's Hafner, Simmons on that. You know, Simmons just came in and played a lot of minutes here in the second half after not starting.
Boy, you know, Paget just about disappears in the land of the tall boys underneath there. Barely seen him. He's hardly touched the ball tonight.
Hafner off balance, gets his own rebound. A little hook, won't fall. Rebound fought for. Patriots got it. Not the greatest of possessions for Noblesville.
I think it's a well-called game, Jan. The officials have let them play, but I thought the officiating was excellent here tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like it a lot.
Just as I comment, we pick up a good call.
You know, the funny thing about it, you hear speculation that some people think you need more officials on the floor. That's ridiculous.
No, you know, they started with 1 back when they first started, now 2, and that's plenty.
What do you want, 3, 4, 5?
I don't know. Where's it going to end?
I don't know. Here's Simmons out front. Boy, the Millers desperately need some offense. Inside, nice pass!
Oh, my goodness.
That was
there's
Paget.
Yeah, he got that look. You know, I just commented that he's hiding in there, and he snuck out and picked up 2.
Well, he used his off arm to shield the man and then used the left arm strong. Here's Patriots down the other end, fought for her.
Yeah, we're going to pick that up, Jan. We were out of position. Foul was whistled on Hoffman.
Well, this will be Miller ball out of bounds by the Patriots. Now some full court pressure. At the buzzer, will not go. Hafner got a great look at it. We're back for the 4th and final period right after this. 4th and final period where we started. Tie ball game, Rick.
And controlled by the Millers as Hafner, who can elevate, got up.
Let's try to set this Miller lineup, Rick, when we can, Rick.
There's Hafner with a nice shot.
Wow, that's outside, too.
Right. Well, we've got Paget in. Simmons is in. Cutter. And Ayers is the lineup for the Millers.
I talked about those towels right now. The black towel's out, a little man-to-man. There's a shot up by Hopper, no good. There, but it's tipped back in.
Didn't get a body on him, Jan, and he went right to the basket. Talk about those towels. We've all seen them. What do they mean?
Well, Rick, those towels are super coated, but if you've been a Miller player, the blue is full court 1-2-1-1, black is man-to-man, purple is 1-3-1, half-court trap. They're different towel for different defenses.
Well, you've been out of school for 6 years and you still remember all that.
Well, that's because I was the guy handing the towels for so many years, Rick.
Well, you know, the Millers were lucky enough to head over today in a Greyhound bus. What a great perk for the kids.
Well, Hafner's lighting it up.
Yep.
Maybe the ride on the Greyhound helped him out.
Well, it might have. You know, I'd hate to see us go back to riding in a regular school bus someday.
It's not that far over.
Wow, he had Hafner up in the air there.
46-44, Miller's up by 2. Boy, here's Hopper again.
From our angle, Jan, you could tell it was going to go.
You see Don Jellison over there just shaking his head.
Yeah, he's been talking with Tony Euler, and then Jellison's seen more games than all of us combined. He's 48 years old, Jan.
Unbelievable. I would never guess he was that old.
Yeah, he's been around for, well, now 20-some years in Noblesville.
You got to wonder how much longer he wants to do this.
Yeah.
But as long as this keeps happening. There's a deflection by Jewell.
Yeah, Jewell's just long and lanky.
And there's a shot. Rebounds by Simmons.
Yep.
Good to see Principal Jack Ford over in the crowd tonight, Rick.
Yeah, Jack made the trip to support the kids and the parents, and like a good principal, he's the lead man for the cheering section.
Hafner starting to light it up now.
Yeah,
You're seeing the comfort in him.
Yeah, you know, you can see it in his eyes, Jan. Look at his eyes next time down. You can see he wants the ball.
There's Irwin. Well, that's what you expect your all-star candidate to do.
He's the kind of kid that could play pro someday, Jan, the way he's developed over the years. There's a lot of teams out there that need a good shooting guard.
Well, as hot as it in here, I'd like to see him play for the Heat.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hot in here. And
we need to get a body on it.
Nope.
Got lucky. Jan, our rebounding has been dropping off since Rob Cutter dominated the first half. We've not been hitting the boards very well.
Here's Cutter. Boy, what a game he has played. You can see he's really the cornerstone to this ball club. Everybody looks towards Hafner, but Cutter's really the coach of this team. You can really tell.
Well, I'm impressed with Simmons, the way he handles the ball, the way he sees the court. Great guard, nice shot.
Yeah, Simmons a little short, rebound fought for. Looked like Hopper had it. That'll be Noblesville ball out of bounds.
Well, if he'd let it go, they probably would have kept it.
Simmons, ball fake, 15-footer, no good. Boy, Cutter tips it up over the back. Here comes another slam and jammer.
We've got a dunking contest going on here at Terre North.
You know, I'm glad they brought back the dunk.
Well, they do, Jan. You know, a lot of kids get carried away and kind of hang on the rim a little bit, and of course that's a technical foul, and they'll disallow the basket.
48 apiece. Boy, this has got overtime written all over it.
Yeah, but we need to be getting it tough. I think that was deflected by Jewell again. He's sixth block of the game.
And what do we got?
Well, they're going to whistle it on Irwin, and Ayers goes to the line.
Boy, Ayers has been at the free throw line now. He finally settles down and hits this one.
Yeah.
Just 6'2", but Silk plays a lot taller than that.
Yeah, he does. He plays, you know, Jan, I think his speed is the thing that makes him look taller, if you can believe that.
And there is, that one's a little too hard. Rebound comes down to the Patriots of Terre Haute North.
See, Mark Roberts, a sophomore over there on the bench, Jan. Bruce Thompson's over there, too, another sophomore. A couple promising young Millers.
Well, their day will come.
Over the back, over the back. Now, that time we had good position, and again, it's Tony Ayers that did it.
Boy, and he cannot buy a free throw.
Yeah.
Well, he is shooting free throw after free throw, and there's a out of bounds to the Millers. Here's Hafner, 18-footer, got it again.
Yep, second half player, Jan. I think it just took that first half to get that bus ride out of his system because he's on fire now.
51-48. Oh, there's behind the back. The shot will not go, but a foul's going to be called. At the line is Irwin.
Misses the front end. Couldn't see who they whistled the foul on, Jan.
Yeah.
We don't seem to have too many folks with too many fouls. The game's been called fairly light so far.
Irwin got it again. Great crowd here tonight. You can hear them in the background here.
Well, and you know what's interesting is about half of them are Miller fans.
Here's Hafner to air the corner.
You know, a game like this back at the Mill, Jan, we would have packed it.
Cutter. Patch it inside. Here's Ayers on the other side.
Miller's being patient, looking for a good shot, Jan, and that is a good shot from Scott Hafner, but unfortunately that one didn't quite go.
Well, Simmons tried to get it. Just a little out man, now a whistle. Turnover against the Patriots. Now here's Cutter.
You know, Rob hasn't shot much in the second half. We've been pretty much seeing the Scott Hafner show and the Tony Ayers show.
51-49. No's on no hurry now with his 2-point lead. You know, Cutter for a big guy does a nice job of handling the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, and Simmons just lost it off his foot.
That's a sophomore mistake.
So Irwin will walk it up. Time slowly going away. Fought for. Miller's got it.
Just got to control it, Jan. Work the clock a little bit. We can take this one back to Noblesville.
51-49. Boy, the Millers really want to put this thing to bed on the road.
Just need to have a just take your time. Good ball handling. Don't do anything stupid. They're going to have to come out and foul us.
Shot on the way. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Ayers almost gets it. Whose ball?
Oh, and you know, Hafner probably should have not taken that shot. He probably should have used the clock. At this particular point, there's only clock in our, and look at Jewell drop it in.
Just under 3 minutes left here in this ball game. Still a tie ball game. Neither team, Rick, can really get an advantage here.
No, now we've got to play plan B, and good for us. We picked up a foul.
Free throw by Simmons is good. 52-51 now. Larry Simmons, just a sophomore. His confidence will grow.
Oh,
boy,
Hopper.
look at that. Hopper, I'm telling you.
Unbelievable.
6'5" senior, cannot miss tonight, Rick.
Jan, we were up 2. All we had to do was hold the ball, use the clock a little bit. Now we find ourselves down 1, and the clock is dwindling.
Well, it's a long season, but game 2, this is everything we thought it would be.
Of course, Miller's last year 18-2, looking for a repeat or better of that for this 1983-1984 season.
Well, talking to Coach Nicholson, he really thinks this is his year. There's Cutter. Cutter, a straightaway look. It's automatic.
Yep, that was automatic. He's got that, we'll call it the Milan look.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody shoot the jump shot at the buzzer in 54.
There's almost a steal. Here's Cutter again. Stops. There's a good move. Pulls it right back out. Nothing there. Pulls it out. Simmons now, and you start to feel Noblesville getting a little more confidence as this clock's winding down.
Millers are in control at this point.
Simmons out front. Boy, I tell you, Noblesville has to take care of the ball here.
Coach Nicholson up off the bench.
There's a trap. Noblesville finally gets over to Hafner. And you hear the crowd in the background.
Called timeout.
And we'll bring it back into play here. Still just a 1-point ball game. Noblesville just trying to play keep away right now, and you got to be careful not to throw it away. And there they do. And a foul's called.
Looks like Rob Cutter fouled him, but you know, Jandy had no choice. He could not allow that basket.
Noblesville did not get good ball reversal at all.
No, they didn't. And in fact, that trapping zone defense has been a tough thing to break for the Millers this evening.
Free throw good. That'll tie it up. Well, you just thought this thing had overtime written on it. Hopefully, still Noblesville will pull it out.
Jen, you know, we're going to be we'll be off a point, and somebody's going to walk away here a winner.
Oh, and he misses it. Oh, that's huge. Tie ball game. Hafner shows the sign. There's that trap up front again.
Again, the Miller's patient. You got to think that back door would be open, Jan. They've got 3 guys on the other side.
There's Cutter, 18, 1 on goal, fought for. Ayers got it. What do we got? Oh, they got double zone. Yeah.
Terre Haute hits the first one. They're up 1 now.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was a bad call. But then again, we're on the road.
On the road, way up high here. Boy, the sound is just deafening behind us here. Free throw, got it.
Yep,
2-point ball game.
Yep. I can feel the pendulum swinging towards the Patriots, Jan.
Noblesville needs to get a good shot. You want your seniors to step up here. There's a shot, and there's your sophomore stepping up.
Simmons
at the buzzer. Woo! Tie ball game. We're in OT. First OT, we'll jump it up, Rick.
And controlled by the Patriots.
Just 3 minutes in this overtime. Just really doesn't seem like enough time. I'd like to see it go to 4 minutes someday.
And you know, it allows the one team to hold the ball for just 1 shot. It's kind of anticlimactic, Jan.
Yeah, you get a couple of shots in now, and you can almost kiss it goodbye.
Right, and that, once again, the Patriots know that. Patiently looking for a good shot. They want to get the first basket in and put the Millers on their heels.
Inside they go. Every shot so big, no good. Rebound, fought for. Cutter's got it.
Jewel on the miss.
Boy, Miller's got a shot to take the lead here. Still tie ball game. And overtime here from Terre Haute North.
There's that trap again by the Patriots.
Scott Hafner looks, goes back outside. Boy, Simmons has played almost since the second period off the bench.
He's played a lot, Jan. I think we're going to see a lot of him this year.
Well, you talk to this coaching staff, and they've got a lot of promise for him. First free throw good.
Tough to step in as a sophomore, especially at point guard.
And he misses that one. But he gets it right back. Whoa.
Heads up play.
What a way to have your second ball game.
Oh, and a kick out by us, and Patriot ball.
Just under 2 minutes now.
Of course, Hopner's been quiet in the last few minutes of regulation, Jan. Maybe he's cooled down.
Boy, that's a good look inside. Nice look by the Patriots.
Mark Jewell just caught it and shot it all in one motion.
He's a tall dude. They got him at 6'7". He looks taller than that.
I think he's going to end up being about 6'9". He's got some growth left in him. You can just see it.
Out of bounds to the Millers. On inbounded. Here's Simmons. Noblesville still trailing by 1.
Look how high the defense is. There's bound to be a back door.
Oh, hello!
Cutter deflected.
Well, that's about the 3rd or 4th time Cutter's had that shot ejected.
But you know, Jan, you got to take it to the basket strong like that. You've got, even though you know that defender's there, you got to take it that way.
Now, I'm sure someday when this is replayed, Rob will have some good laughs about those.
Oh, there's Hopper back. Oh, I was hoping he forgot how to shoot the ball.
60-57. Terre Haute may put this one away, Rick.
Well, clock running down. A lot of pressure.
Cutter from way outside. Got it all, baby.
That's what we need. Rob Cutter stepping up big. You know, that deflection didn't bother him at all.
Not
at all.
Boy, you hear the whistles.
Calling it close now in the overtime.
He said his shoe was untied. I don't think I would have stopped the clock for that. Outside it goes, downside. There's body contact.
Oh, that's it! And they whistled that on Irwin.
You don't get that call at home.
No. What a break for the Millers.
Here come the Millers. They trailed by 1. Oh, I can't believe we got that call.
Gee, now a chance to win if we can find a way to put it in. Clock running down.
There's Ayers in all kinds of trouble.
Timeout, Jan.
Yep. Here we go back in for the timeout. Scotty Hafner fall away, won't go. Fought for Simmons, tips it. Here's Hafner back on the rebound. Struggles, 19-footer, no good. Rebound, fought for Cutter, layup, no good.
Oh, with
and a foul.
Down,
wow.
Wow, just 2 seconds left.
Cutter could tie it, and he does.
And a chance to win. All he's got to do, take a deep breath, step up, and sink it, and we can go get supper.
Well, you know, just everything you've worked for, a state championship someday. And
Oh no!
Rob, that'll do it. Overtime 2 coming up. We're back after this. Tied up, Rick, another overtime.
Well, Jan, we had a chance to win it, but you've got to look on the bright side. We were down 3 with a minute to go, and we did come back to score 3, and that put us in this position. Rob Cutter may have missed that last free throw, but let's not forget he hit the jumper to put us within 2, about a minute to go.
Well, Rick, I know it's way down the pike, but you know, Carmel sectional.
Yep, you know,
18, 19 games away, and hopefully over in the Wigwam, you never know.
Well, you know, if we can get through the section, we'll get to the Wigwam. But, Jan, they say Anderson has got a great team this year.
Troy Lewis is who we're talking about here. He's okay.
He's a youngster over there.
Here we go. Tip. Controlled by Paget.
You know, Ayers has been in pretty much the whole game, Jan. He's a heck of a ball player. I look for Coach to use him a lot this year.
Inside, outside. Noblesville really looking for that shot. Inside comes to Paget. Boy gets a good look. Ball goes over the back, though. They're going to get him.
It's tough. It's tough being 6'2" in there, Jan, playing center for the Millers. I'd like to remind everybody that this coming Friday at Miller Hall, another home game for the Millers, their 3rd of the year. So the turkey should have gone through you by then. Come on out for that game and listen to announcer Dick Dellinger.
Yeah, here come the Millers.
An institution, Jan, likely to never be replaced behind that microphone.
I remember at Miller Hall when Kent Benson came to town, it was a sellout.
Wow.
Here comes Ayers, baseline, good!
Oh, what a great move by Ayers, Jan. You know, someday if we can get instant replay at the high school level, I'd like to see that again because that first step was lightning fast.
Ayers has a great first step. 62-61.
Oh, that should have been a jump ball. Should have been a jump ball.
Instead, it's going to be 2 and maybe 3. And it is 3.
Oh, what a turnaround, Jan. Should have been a jump ball, but instead they get 3, and now we find ourselves in a 2-point hole.
It's so good to see this crowd over here tonight. I tell you, I wish more of these games could be on TV someday.
Yeah.
Here comes Ayers, and a foul's called.
Well, we'd like to thank our cameraman tonight, Steve Willey. I'd like to thank Schwans for letting him loose tonight. And on sound, Bruce Roberts, senior down at Butler, studying government, I think, for his 5th year.
Well, you know, Bruce.
5th senior year.
Well, you know, speaking of Butler, how about that Rob Cutter?
Rob Cutter has committed verbally to going to Butler, and what a quarterback they'll have for the next 4 years.
64-62, Terre Haute very comfortable now with that lead.
Speaking of commitments, November 3rd, a verbal was given by Scott Hafner to play for the Illini over there in Illinois.
And here's a big possession as the Patriots come away empty-handed.
Good defense by the Millers.
Bounce passers, there's again!
That was all made possible by Paget. Did you see how quick he dumped that ball out?
There's the towels. Remember we talked about the towels? There's Coach Nicholson with the towels.
Yep.
Let's see what he calls here.
Looks like he called a zone.
Yep. That would be a purple towel. 2-3 zone, purple.
That was whistled on Rob Cutter.
And rebound comes down to the Millers. Still tied ball game. Boy, you just begin to wonder if we're ever going home here.
Well, 2 overtimes. Not very often do you see 2 overtimes in a high school game. Maybe once every 3 or 4 years. And
I tell you, I've been watching Noblesville basketball all my life. The most I can ever remember was 3 against Oak Hill. And
wow, turnover. Sims, I think, may have been fouled. Hafner comes up with it, but looks like they're going to whistle Hopner, and that's going to put Hafner at the line, and he misses.
You remember a guy by the name of Monty Tao?
Oh, yeah, little guy.
Came to the mill.
Played for North Carolina State.
Sure did, 3 overtimes.
Just recently graduated.
Still tie ball game. And you start talking about the good old Miller days, and you just go on and on and on. And
yeah, he double dribbled, Jan, and the official was right there, picked it right up.
Hafner over to Simmons, and Coach Nicholson wants a timeout. Here we go. Wonder what Coach Nick talked about in that timeout. It sure wasn't that, a turnover.
Well, that defense by the Patriots is tough.
Hafner at the buzzer, won't go. Would you believe another overtime?
One more to go.
Well, Coach Dave Nicholson in his 9th year, and boy, are they giving him a treat tonight, Rick. 3 OTs.
Well, you know, the Millers preseason ranked in the top 10. Scott Hafner, a preseason All-State pick. High expectations, but early season roadblock here with these Terre Haute North Patriots.
Inside pass, and boy, here's the difference maker right now is Ayers.
Ayers just about stepping the line now.
There's Simmons. Way outside, Hafner won't go. Rebound fought for. Hopper's got it.
Again, Jan, with only 3 minutes to play, you've got to watch the clock because you really do not have much time to get a lot done.
Well, we're having a hard time seeing way back in this corner because the fans are up and cheering like crazy.
Yeah, we would have got down in the press box area, Jan, but we were a little late getting over here, so they stuck us up here in the corner.
Not enough room left on that Greyhound bus. Here's a shot up, won't go, fought for, boy, Jules got it, goes up left-handed, won't go, fought for, and a foul's gonna be called. I think they got Cutter.
That'd be his 4th.
Free throw short, boy, free throws have not been kind to either team.
No, not good free throw shooting, Jan, but it's early in the season, and that's something that comes with time. You know, you've got to be able to hit those free throws to win on the road.
Anybody who's played for Coach Nicholson knows emphasis is put on free throws every single night.
Padgett with a nice rebound.
I don't think he'll use that as an excuse. Here we go. This could be huge. Still tie ball game. Hafner from 18, no good, and whoa!
Talk about going up over the rim.
And it was off the Patriots' hands, out of bounds. Boy, they've had some key turnovers here.
Hafner's missed 2 shots in this 3rd overtime. He needs to get heated back up like he was in the 4th quarter.
Cutter almost goes away. Hafner dumps inside. Ayers ball fake, goes up, puts it in, but it will not count.
Hey, got him for traveling,
Yep,
Jan.
that's a good call. Here's Jewell, 18
No, that's
foot.
Hopper.
Oh, it is
Jan,
Hopper.
we got to get somebody on that kid. He's been doing that to us all night long.
66, 64. You just can't hope your luck runs out here on the road.
Boy, 3 overtimes, Jan. I don't think I've ever seen a 3 overtime high school game.
Yeah, as I said,
What
I've
a pass
seen
by
one.
Hafner. Do you see that?
Yep, great pass, and a foul's going to be called. And Simmons hits the free throw. The sophomore coming in.
A lot of pressure.
Early in the 2nd period is played throughout. Nails
Nice
that
looking free throw. Nice release. You can tell he's been doing that a lot out in the backyard.
Tie ball game again. You play all these minutes and we're still tied.
Well, I don't think the lead's been any more than about 3 for either team the whole game.
Well, Miller's had a 10-5 lead early on.
No, I forgot about that. Oh, they put it back in, and now we are going to have a problem. 2 points down.
68-66. Now Millers want to hang on just to try to get this thing back to tie. There's
a hanging shot.
Hands and still put it in.
Boy, that's why he is destined to go big places. Scott Hafner, what a ball player.
Well, what do we got, Rick?
They're going to give it to us.
Well, here we go. Padgett. Now, you got to wonder, you know, after Hafner looks at Illinois, is he really going to like it there? That offense, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, the Lou do over there.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
And I really would have liked to see him go to Evansville.
Or stay in state somewhere.
Yeah. Here's a shot up by Cutter. Short. Rebound fought for, and the Patriots got it. No, that's it. At the buzzer, it's still tied. Would you believe 4? 4 OTs. My goodness, with the drive back to Noblesville. Oh, a quick Patriot turnover.
You know, Jan, I don't think I've ever been to a 4 OT game. Jeff Baber and Sterling Thompson on the bench, their butts have got to be sore sitting through all this.
They're probably sitting on all those towels Nicholson brings. Here comes Cutter over in the corner to Ayers.
Yeah, Cutter triple team. That ball goes down low. Boy, they collapse.
I'm not sure Cutter has ever sat out. Do you remember if he's ever sat out?
He's been in pretty much all the game.
He has.
You need his leadership. You need his strength, and they're not afraid to put him out and handle the ball.
Ayers outside. Ayers, a senior. Boy, very senior, dominated ball club, this Miller lineup.
Well, a lot of these kids have played in that 2 sectional team, 81 sectional team.
Boy, Hafner, not a good look, will not go. And we're still tied. There is Hopper. And boy, Jewell with a good rebound.
You know, Jewell doesn't have a lot of strength, but you know he's so long.
Hopper again. Hopper again. Turnaround jumper will not fall. Hafner with good inside position finally brings it down.
Officials letting them play. They could have called a couple different fouls on Patriots at that time, Jan.
Well, not only do you get a shooter, a passer, you also get a rebounder in Scott Hafner.
And a guy jumps tip.
Ayers. Now Simmons.
What a game for Larry Simmons to play in. It's only his second varsity game, and he's seeing 4 OTs. Jan, do they ever just say, let's flip a coin? I mean, how far can this go?
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this. Here's Rob Cutter. Well, you got to think he's getting a little tired. You can see in his legs there.
Yeah, and you know, that was a good shot. He had to take it. He's only 10 feet from the basket. Timeout, Patriots.
Well, back after the timeout, Patriots have the ball. They've not exactly lit it up. You got to think Fatigue's playing in here. Their first game of the year, Rick.
Yeah, yep.
Inside it comes, and boy, there's a thunder shot if I ever seen one.
Somebody's going to be looking for that kid at the next level. That Hopper's a ball player, isn't he, Jim?
He for sure is.
Yep. 6'5" senior.
70-68. Boy, Noblesville seems like they're playing catch-up mode in these old teams so far, Rick.
Well, you know, we can only do it and get lucky so many times. We've got to get a lead and hold it.
Here's Cutter. Now to Ayers. Ayers won't shoot. Cutter looks. Cross quarter comes. Hafner spin dribble, leans in, and a foul. Boy, he does a nice job.
Yeah, used his body well. Used his body well.
Yep.
Gets the first one.
So Scott Hafner can tie this thing up. Boy, people has got their money's worth, all dollar. I think that's what they charge to get in these days.
$1.50 here,
Jan.
Yeah, it was up 50 cents from Noblesville's pricing.
And a turnover.
Well, drug that back pivot foot.
Fans have certainly got their money's worth. 4 overtimes. This surely will be it. Cutter gets a block, but a foul's called.
Strong move. He hits the first.
Looks
like Rob needs a haircut there, Jan. I hope that's not getting in his eyes on those free throws.
Well, someday if he ever becomes a coach, I'm sure he'll take a look at the length of the hair.
Sure, yeah.
And that free throw's big. 72-70.
At the buzzer.
Will it go?
Oh my goodness, it was a tip-in. He missed everything, Jan. It was
counter
in. Oh my goodness.
We're going to 5. Rick, I'm wore out. This is 17 boxes of popcorn for me.
Past my bedtime. I have never seen a 5 overtime game.
5 OT.
Anything. You know, I think they used to play sudden death back in the 30s, but now 50 years later, I don't think we're going to do it.
Well, I talked with Tony Euler before the game. He said back when he played, that's what they did.
Yeah. Tony is a 29-year-old assistant coach.
Played up north near Lafayette.
Yeah. Chalmers, I believe. It may have been Brookston at the time. Brookston High School.
There's a foul called, and at the line will be Mark Jewell, the 6'7" sophomore.
And as I mentioned, this kid has all the tools in a couple of years to be a Mr. Basketball.
Confidence there.
Yep.
Terre Haute back up by 2.
And Jan, you made a comment in the previous overtimes. We're finding ourselves in a hole, and we're having to work hard to just get back to the point of tying it. And in that last OT, we were up to, they only had 2 seconds, a Hail Mary, and a putback to tie it.
Well, that's what a 3-minute overtime will do for you. That's why I've always been an advocate of lengthening that overtime period, because a couple shots dictates the whole overtime period.
Here you get a good look at our Noblesville crowd.
Simmons will not go. Fought for Ayers, tips it, and finally brought down by Mark Jewell.
That's Jewell's 17th rebound tonight.
Well, I got to think this thing's going to be finalized in 5 OTs.
It's got to be.
Inside it comes. Jewell, shot no good. And rebound.
Jan, you can see Jewell's tired. I mean, he didn't even extend his arms in the shot. He's worn out.
You know, I officially got Hafner leading the Millers in rebounds from the guard position. Hafner turns around. 15-footer. We got a tie ball game. Mr. Moneyman. It's like he's got X-ray vision. Shot up. Good again.
Defense. You know, Jan, we can't allow them to get that ball that close to the basket. Their size is just overwhelming.
Once again, Noblesville playing from behind. Pick Rob Cutter.
I think we got the right 5 in there, Jan. These 5 kids have played very well.
Well, they have. They've also played an awful long time.
Yep.
Ayers. Well,
you know, Jan, we're holding the ball and we're down 2. You got to wonder what Coach Nicholson's thinking there.
Well, you're probably looking for Hafner to get open, and there he is, and he nails it. That's why you play for one shot. Number 34 is the man who takes it.
Yeah, and that's why Coach Nicholson is Coach Nicholson, and I'm not. He knew exactly what to set up for.
Tie ball game again. There is the Hopper, no good. Bodies laying everywhere. I think they just be taking a break.
And they whistle it on Hopper.
Wow, that's huge. No look past the Cutter. Cutter won't shoot that. He was wide open.
I think Rob's being instructed. Let's work that ball. Make sure we get that open shot.
Paget, he's played very, very solid. And a whistle.
Timeout.
Here comes Hafner out of the timeout. Simmons. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Another one.
We're going to 6. Rick, can you believe 6? Here's Cutter. Finally, the Millers will start off with a lead.
Well,
it took them 6 overtimes.
I know. I was going to ask, what's the record for overtime games in a high school basketball contest? This has got to be getting close. A little bit of a different position to be in. We're up, and 3 seconds called.
Wow. That's a tough call.
We're in position now to control the game. See, Susie Huber.
Oh, no look pass, Rick, to Ayers.
Yeah, Susie Huber. See her there jumping up and down, Jan. Husband Mike leading the chant from the crowding section.
He had to catch her. She almost fell flat on her face.
Now up 4, and you know what? They're going to say over and back.
Simmons has got it. Boy, Noblesville for the first time. When you say a long time here, no one would ever guess you'd talk about 6 overtimes.
Well,
but
Jan, it's almost 10:30 here, and we've played 6 overtimes. This is the largest lead either team has had in the overtime periods.
Nobody's left this gymnasium.
Tell you what, if we don't get out of here in a hurry, we won't be able to get over to Frisch's Big Boy and get that supper, buddy.
I'm looking over at Don Jellison, and he must be on his 10th pad of paper. 81-76.
Of course, you'll read all about this in the Monday edition of the Ledger.
82-76. Can the Millers hang on, or do they want to just keep playing overtimes?
Well, I don't know. We've got to watch that Hopper. He's been a problem all night. That's an ill-advised shot for the Patriots.
Well, good inside position by the Millers. Jump ball.
Well, Hopper controlled it, but look at the steal by Rob Cutter. And a turnover.
Boy, you just can't handle those turnovers, though.
No.
Ayers tries it. Here's a long one. Boy.
Oh, my goodness. That was from 30. That looked like Billy Shepard from about 10 years ago.
Just think if that had been a three-pointer. But there's only 2.
Only in the old ABA,
yep,
Jan.
I was thinking of Billy Keller there.
Yeah.
And another turnover. Here's a long one. No good. Rebound fought for. Finally over to Jewell. Now back outside. Oh, it's starting to heat up now.
6-point lead, now down to 2, Jan. We've just got to play some tough defense.
Noblesville, after having a 4-point lead, and now a foul's going to be called. And Simmons hits that free throw.
Now 3. It's a 2-possession game. Nobody's left here, Jan. 6 overtimes. Not one person's walked out the door. Oh, we could have used that.
Boy, we sure could have used that one.
But what a great defense or offensive rebound by Paget.
And let's say 23 years, these kids are going to look back at this and, boy, just couldn't believe they played 6 overtimes.
It's got to be a record for the Millers. We'll have to check with some of the longtime folks here as Hafner hits his first. Find out if that's a record.
84-80. And Hafner again. Ricky's on track to have an awful good game. There's a long shot by Hopper.
Oh, my goodness. That's his 28th point on the night.
85-82, and up, and a foul's going to be called.
Wow.
Boy.
Did you notice that pass by Hafner, how he looked away from it when he threw it to Ayers?
Well, don't forget, Hafner played some quarterback before he gave up football.
Yeah, he's a ball player, too.
Cutter said, no, that's my job.
That's Ayers' 19th point, 9 for 15 from the three-point line. I've got him 5 for 12 from the field.
Here's another one by the Patriots. That one's short, and boy, did they get over the back? No, they said Noblesville reached in. Wasn't sure who they gave that to.
You know, Hafner's had a great game, Jan. I show him with 36 points. You know, that sneaks up on you when you play 6 overtimes.
87-84. Noblesville can start to smell a little bit here, Rick.
Yep, by 3, now 4. And, you know, another interesting statistic just handed to us as run up from Jellison to keep stats for us. Cutter had 17 rebounds so far tonight.
Well, that surprised me.
Wow, and we've had 11 for Padgett, who's played well. And like you mentioned, Hafner's had 13 rebounds tonight.
89-84. It will not go. Boy, after 6, we finally have a final, Rick. The Millers take it.
Thanks, Jan, for doing the game. Let's get back on the road, get back to Noblesville.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's get out of here.
Get over there, Jim Dandy.